Thank Christ it's here! We don't have to sit in this stuffy room anymore! Woo! I love it! We are here! Season 6, episode 21 of the BPS podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, now the Lord Stanley has finally been raised by the Carolina Hurricanes. That will mark the very end of the 2025-2026 season. How are we feeling? How excited are we for the offseason? How excited are we not to be in here every other week and sweat our balls off? And
I'm excited to be out of the studio. I'm excited to get some of this off-season content done that we have planned. We have a lot of ideas and actually out and about in the world. But probably just City of Erie. Just out and about outside the studio type of content.
Well, no, not just in the City of Erie, because I found success in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I found success in Buffalo, so I don't know about you, but I'm going to Buffalo more.
Yeah, so have a lot planned for this off season. We get whether it's golfing content or just a lot of ideas for this off season. I really think you guys are going to enjoy what we have planned this off season. It's going to be fun. Probably the most we have done in an off season, at least here on YouTube. I know every once in a while we would jump in here, do like a mid-off season quick free agency recap podcast episode, which we probably still will at some point, like mid to late July, do like one quick podcast episode, and then. But other than that, we're going to be strictly here doing on YouTube. If you're listening to this on YouTube, if you're watching this vlog on YouTube, by the way, listening to the podcast right now, we're filming a little bit of a behind-the-scenes video that you will see later this week. Probably have this up, try to have it up by like Wednesday or Thursday. You will see that then, just kind of how we go about how we record an episode. So, could be pretty fun when we do that as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man. Carolina Hurricanes are Stanley Cup champions. I think when we recorded last week, I think Game 6 was being in the middle of being played. And of course, Carolina won an hour and a half after we stopped recording.
You know the funny thing is during that little quiz, who scored the game-winning goal, and I'd asked you guys, okay, 2026, and Kyle unironically said, well, as of right now, Taylor Hall. Guess what gets the first one?
Ended up being Taylor Hall. So I was right there. Woo!
Post was Kyle. Woo! But and then Nikolai Eber not only scored the first goal of the Stanley Cup Finals, but also the last goal of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Put it with the empty netter to make it 3-0. Brandon Bussi becomes the first player to record a shutout in a Stanley Cup clinching game since Matt Murray of the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2017. So, congratulations to not only Brandon Bussi, but the entirety of the Carolina Hurricanes, and congratulations to the Vegas Golden Knights, too, for a very successful season. I mean, successful postseason, at least. The regular season didn't look that great for them, but
it was iffy.
They turned around Brian and John Tortorella, who is now gone, very shockingly. But Vegas don't fuck around, dude.
No, they don't.
You win now or you're done, and they made their point very clear. So, Colin wants to say something, but he's not going to say it.
Maybe off the air. All right.
So do we agree with the Conn Smythe? Do we think Stahl deserved it?
I mean, with his performance all season long, regular, post, whatever. I mean, yeah, he didn't have the most offensive productive postseason as you'd expect out of other.
At least
not
until the finals. But.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. I mean. I think they're looking at the whole postseason, whole regular season.
They do usually, yeah.
So
I think hockey's the only one that does that. I know obviously the NFL just does just straight up Super Bowl MVP. They don't do playoff MVP. The NBA does the Finals MVP. They don't do playoff MVP. I think baseball's the same way. I think they do World Series MVP as well. I don't think they do postseason. I think they do World Series as a whole. So,
but I mean, looking at Stahl and his production, in the dot. Being a two-way forward that he is, on the PK, he was lights out.
Yeah, he was.
Best face-off performance in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
being 37 years old now, too, which is insane.
Yeah, and, again, I'm going to go back to that, face-off percentage. I think it was one of the best in finals history. In finals history, but I think in playoffs history as well. So, he he was the heart and soul.
Yeah,
So, and I think Rod the Bod did also mention something like that.
Yeah. I personally think it could have gone to somebody like Logan Stankoven. Because I know those first 3 rounds, he was unbelievable. Those first 3 rounds.
That Stankoven line with Hall and I forget who was the other winger.
Hall and I can't remember who was on the other one. I think it's maybe Nick Dolores, whatever his name is.
But
maybe.
that had to be their best line in the playoffs.
Ridiculous, like
yes, it was.
Like
that's why I say that's my only argument why Jordan Staal. I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve it, but why I think there were other players more deserving because we are talking playoffs as a whole. If we are talking just Stanley Cup Finals, then yes, Jordan Staal 100%.
Yeah.
Scored in each and every of the first 5 games. Just unfortunately scored 6 goals in technically 5 games, 6 and 6 if you count Game 6. But scored 6 goals in the first 5 games of the Stanley Cup Finals. That's for 37-year-old center.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Third line center.
37-year-old third-line center.
I think he's now the oldest Conn Smythe winner. They said.
I think so. He might
They
be.
say he became the.
I know, but the oldest player to score in 5 consecutive Stanley Cup Finals games, and it's just unbelievable. And he's only like the 4th player all time to do that, but I think he is the oldest to do that. Just unbelievable, man.
Jeff is right. He's the oldest. He won it at 37 years old. 37 years and 277 days old during the playoffs. It was previously held by Tim Thomas.
Oh yeah.
I said kind of besides Stahl, I think the other one that was maybe could have been considered for Conley was just how his playoff performance was Freddie Anderson until.
Anderson, yeah. Unfortunately, if he would have stayed in for those last couple games, I think it definitely could have been Freddie Anderson. I know some people were saying Bussy, but he only played 2.5, 3.5 games.
I think 2.5 games. Yeah.
So you really, no offense, you can't really give it to him over somebody like Freddie Anderson that started I think every other game besides that. Players like Jordan Staal, Seth Jarvis, even somebody like Jakob Slavin, or pretty much any other Carolina forward.
Dude, Slavin was on a whole nother
Slavin
level.
just defensively was unbelievable, man.
He was on a
just,
whole nother
really,
level.
it was really a toss-up just about anybody on that Carolina team, man. I mean, you could even go back and throw some people on the loser side. Brett Howden, I think, could have gotten it. I think Mitch Marner could have gotten it.
Well, yeah. By the way, where did Mitch Marner go?
In that last game, he just
the last 3. After that hat trick in Game 3, that 4-point night in Game 3, just gone.
Just disappeared after.
Gone.
I mean, the whole Vegas Golden Knights team did. They didn't win a single game after that. So
yeah, it's just where did Mitch Marner go? That's really my biggest concern. It's one of the wonders of the world at this point. Where did Marner go in those last 3 games? Because if he was performing, or if he kept performing the way he did, games 1 through 3, Vegas could have won it.
Yeah.
We could be in a whole different timeline right now if Mitch Marner stayed true to how he was playing.
When he fell back to his old Toronto self and started playing like Toronto Maple Leaf Mitch Marner. So, but man, that's still. I mean, I really, really wanted that to go to 7 games, but I'm very glad Vegas lost it at home.
2 of the 3 times the cup has been in.
All 3 times that they've been to the finals, the last game was in Vegas. So, two of those they have lost now. So.
Yep.
I think 18 was in 5.
In 5.
I think 23 when they won was in 5. Is that in 5 as well, or is that 6?
I think
that was in 5 as well.
I think that one was in 5.
And then obviously just recently, Carolina beating them in 6.
It was
also in Vegas.
It was honestly just in general was a fantastic series.
Yeah, it was in Game 5.
When they won was in 5 too?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
that's
so.
what I thought.
Yeah, 9-3.
Yeah, I remember
that was
just absolutely insane Stanley Cup final. One of the most exciting Stanley Cup finals we have seen in recent history. I think the one that comes close was probably 2022 when it was the Avs in Tampa Bay. I know that one was very exciting.
That was an exciting series,
Just call me biased, but I think anybody would agree both Penguins back-to-backs, both of those series were pretty exciting between San Jose and Nashville. I know there's a debacle that Penguins shouldn't have won Game 6 against Nashville, but, you know.
Oh, because that no goal against.
No goal, which it was, yeah. You can be biased all you want. It should have been a goal. But, just that series as a whole, man.
So, I remember going into work the day after Carolina won it, And I looked at my teammate and I was like, dude, what am I supposed to do now that there's no friggin' hockey on for another couple months? What am I supposed to be watching? Sit here.
I think we really ought to adapt to summer league, like the NBA does. You know, the MLB does like a winter has like a winter like a spring series sometimes.
I know they have a summer
the football has the
league,
the USFL now. It's like we need a summer hockey league.
I mean, I
imagine
can,
just playing ODR outdoors in the summer. Oh, imagine that.
I mean, I can even see them doing. There's something they do here in Mill Creek, Fairview. It's called deck hockey, DEK. And what it is, it's the size. It's like half the size of a NHL rink. They get in pads, but it's basically foot hockey.
Ooh, yeah.
So you're in pads and you're running back and forth, not skating. But it's all rules apply. All the only thing they're not huge on is checking, just because there's no plexiglass.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know the story of me checking the.
If we could get some, just watch the NHL players do floor hockey or roller hockey, something, man.
Yeah.
Like we need a summer league and summer NHL league, even if it's just the rookies doing like an orientation camp, like all the rookies
Like
and all the prospects come up.
Yeah.
What if
East rookies versus West rookies?
Yeah, like that'd be so much fun.
What if they did something like a rookie skills camp?
Yeah, something like that
Just
too. Yeah.
anything at this
Give
point.
us something
Just
to
give us
look for.
something.
Even do it like halfway. Do it like in like 3 weeks. Do it like middle of late July. Have us something to look forward to other than the MLB All Star Game. Oh boy.
NHL, if you want to do this, we want to take the credit. Email us at buckbusterspodcasting@gmail.com, and I will be happy to work with you guys. Just let me know.
Just a heads up for that one. So.
Yeah, my name is Colin. Colin is how you spell my name. Thank you. Not one L, two N's. My last name. That's all. There you go.
So yeah, what a series again! One of the most exciting finals we have seen
Yes,
in
it was.
quite some time. But yeah, I think that about wraps up this intro portion. Let's jump into the rest of the episode.
Just imagine me do that for the whole thing, the whole ad read. There we go. But all right, sponsor for this episode. It's gonna be Pins and Aces, because I love golf. If you can tell, over par and under the influence. I'm not under the influence now, but I will be over par always. But yeah, Pins and Aces, your primetime golfing outlet. I had a brain fart there, couldn't you tell? Just ooh! But yeah, primetime golfing outlet. They got nice, beautiful looking hats.
Really nice hats.
I really want the bolt one, but because I can't say that on the air.
Beautiful hockey hats, man, or golf hats. Beautiful golf hats, man.
Well, considering the Maple Leafs were already there back in like February,
Yeah,
so
they've been golfing for quite some time now.
you got some apparel, some nice looking shorts.
Oh yeah.
I like those purple shirts. That purple collar
Beautiful
shirt.
polos for golfing.
From what I heard, they're nice and loose, and for me, I like my shirts a little bit looser and like water wicking. These guys have them, so
Yeah.
Well, they look very breathable. What's the material? I'm trying to think of the name of the material.
like polyester or
Is that, yeah, they're moisture wicking. They're everything
You
in
can
one
swim in the
t-shirt.
shirts pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm personally a big fan of that. I can't speak for the rest of the guys.
I am
but
too, yeah.
Being another
Being
big
a
guy.
big guy.
Yeah,
I like the stretchy, breathable shirts.
Yeah.
Not only am I a janitor, but I bartend on the weekends. So as I'm running my butt off from behind the bar, it's like, man, I'm sweating my ass off, but I'm not sweaty. Thank you to the polyester shirts.
But yeah, these guys have the polyester shirts. They also have some beautiful looking head covers. Also honoring America's 250th birthday
250,
this year.
baby.
250.
250.
Honoring with driver head, or this is a fairway cover, but
Beautiful. I love that.
I also know they have driver covers just like this with some more accessories. I still really want that liquor stick.
I want that.
I want the liquor stick so friggin' badly. So, thank you again, Pins and Aces. Use promo code BUCK2026. That's BUCK BUCK 2026 to get 20. It's 20. 21% off your very next purchase. You'd think by doing these intro or these sponsor videos for so long, I just memorize the numbers, but no, you're freaking wrong.
They're all different.
Yeah, they're all so different. I'm not going to show you. since we're recording the video, I'm not going to show them the background because, no, I'm sorry. From a business standpoint, no.
Yeah.
But again, thanks, Pins and Aces. Before I freaking derail myself, and now back into the episode.
And now we jump into our Puck Doku segment, if you can even call it segment. But going across the top of the columns, we got your Pittsburgh Penguins, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Philadelphia Flyers. Should never have those two teams next to each other. And going down the side for the rows, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Nashville Predators, and 20 goals in a season. Colin's already typing away without even saying anything. For the Penguins, Lightning, Jake Gensel. Penguins, Predators, got James, the real deal, Neal. And 20 goals in a season, you got to throw probably Sid the Kid in there.
Yep.
You got a chance to throw Sid the Kid, you're going to throw Sid the Kid in there. All right.
For Columbus, we could do. Did you do Nashville?
Who?
Rick Nash.
No,
He might
Rick,
do
Okay.
Nashville now.
I didn't think so.
yeah, I know did Columbus.
Ironically, Rick Nash did not do Nashville.
But you could put him for 20 goals if needed to.
Columbus and 20 goals, yeah.
And
Okay.
I didn't think so. That's why I just wanted to couldn't remember.
Yep. Two.
Then finish it off. Let's do 20 goals for Florida or
Yeah.
Philly. Claude Giroux.
My God, I can't freaking type. I'm pulling this in
Alright.
closer to me.
So we just need the top corner for the postage stamp. We need Tampa, Columbus, Tampa, Philly, and then Nashville, Columbus, Nashville, Philly.
Ryan Ellis for Nashville, Philly.
Good pull.
Yeah. Vinny LeCavalier, I believe, Tampa Bay, Philly.
Or Philly. I
Tampa,
don't know why I
Philly?
said Florida. I also said Philly. Fuck the Flyers.
Holy last
Cool.
name.
So we need Tampa, Columbus, Nashville, Columbus. Trying to think here.
Did Brian Elliott ever play for Columbus?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so.
Because he came to my mind immediately too when I
Yes.
think of Tampa.
I know he was. I think he was Vassey's back up there for at least a year, like a year or two.
Yeah.
Cam Talbot wouldn't work here. I'll see. This is why like Pecorine wouldn't work. Trying to think of those journeyman goaltenders.
Well, question is, who came to Nashville in the offseason of 25? You got Stammer, which unfortunately wouldn't work.
Marchessault went over there. Brady Shea went over there. Yeah, I have no idea. This is one we can't use the hints on this one. So I'm thinking like those journeyman goaltenders, but I don't think any of those really like made a pit stop in Columbus.
What about like a journeyman defenseman?
Oh, Seth Jones, right? Nashville, Columbus.
Did Seth Jones do Nashville?
I think he started there. He went there before Columbus, I'm pretty sure.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty positive.
Because Seth Jones has done
Chicago.
Chicago, Columbus,
He's with Florida now.
Florida.
I'm pretty positive he started in Nashville.
It's on you if I get it wrong there, Kyle.
Bet.
Nice.
All right, I didn't realize he played in
I didn't
Nashville.
either.
So could it be another? Could it be another defenseman? Could we go on a defenseman trail?
Tampa Bay, Columbus. Trying to think defenseman. Eric Chernak. Where was he? He was with what?
Just-
L.A. before Tampa
Yeah.
Bay. I'm trying to think of like current. I'll say Darren Radish. We'll talk about him in a minute, but he's no longer with Tampa Bay. Vlad Gavrikov. I don't think he's been to Tampa Bay.
Ryan McDonough's been Tampa,
The Rangers and
Nashville.
Nashville.
What about a journeyman forward or a journeyman, two-way player? Is there anything that, are there any names that you guys think of that they might have scored a lot of goals this one particular season with one of the two particular teams?
The thing is that I don't know Columbus's forward core because they don't have much out of Sean Monahan.
They don't have, yeah.
Yeah.
So we might not have to go back to like the early 2010s to like
2000s kind of.
like back to Columbus when Columbus first got started. I can't remember where Matt Calvert went when he left Columbus. Was it Colorado? And I don't think it was Tampa.
Steve Mason. Where did he play after Columbus?
I know he spent some time in Philly. I don't. Did he spend some time there in Tampa?
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to spitball some ideas here, man.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Oh,
Love you.
love you
Put a
too.
foot down here.
I think it's the defenseman trail. I just, I don't know. You guys know players a hell of a lot better than I do. Unless, could it be maybe a backup goaltender? Because you were talking
That's
goal.
what we're-
That's why
Kind of what we're
that's
bouncing
why
through.
me and Colin initially mentioned Brian Elliott.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some players from that maybe that 04 Tampa winning team.
Well, I'm trying to think of goaltenders pre-Ben Bishop time in. Because Bishop went from Ottawa to Tampa, but who did he replace in Tampa? Oh, no, Dwayne Rolson never played in Columbus. So.
Damn, this one's gonna be a tough one. This one of the ones you almost want to go with one of those journeyman guys like a Mike Sillinger or something, but
Did Sillinger ever play in Tampa?
I'm not sure. I know he played in Columbus.
That's why I'm asking.
I don't know if he played in Tampa though. Corey Perry never played for Columbus, right?
Nope.
Surprisingly, he's jumped around now. So you think that again, big guys and Yager never really played there. Oh, that's weird. He used Rick Nash, but he did not play for Tampa. Oh man.
I'm willing to try Mike Sillinger if you guys are.
Mike Cylinder, yeah. Nothing else is really coming to mind, so. Mike Cylinder. Bang! Oh! We got it! Let's go!
All right.
Hell yeah, alright.
So for that one, David Savard, Brooks
That's
fan,
true. that's the back
Can't
goaltender we're missing,
miss it.
Curtis McElney.
Anthony DeClaire.
UC Jokinen, Riley Nash, Matthew Guerin,
Yeah.
Jonathan fucking Marchessault,
So
Ian
when did he
Cole.
play for either one of those two teams?
Uh,
Yeah, wow. Okay, yeah, we nailed it. Sweet.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Good start. Good start. Let's
All right.
do some Guess Who next.
All
Who's
right.
gonna take it over this time?
I vote Bobo
I
still,
said-
but
Bubba try to do it?
so
I was gonna look up Jonathan Marshall show real quick for y'all, but
But either way, we can always do that later. So
yeah.
Bobo, here's the board because I know you haven't been here in a couple weeks.
I might just need to refresh me how this works. Just
So you pick one of those random players on the board right now.
okay.
We'll list them off as you decide, and then we just ask you yes or no questions. It could be division based, it could be stat based, it could be nationality based,
Okay.
it could be position based. Pretty much, we'll ask you yes or no question, and you just tell us.
Okay.
You answer
Until we
it
get to the
to the best of your ability. Hopefully, you can get it right here. No offense, but
No, you're good.
And like I said, if you need to use Google, I know I've used Google in the past. I think you guys have used Google in the past. Just to clarify,
Yeah.
no, there's nothing wrong with it. We just want to be right,
Yeah.
and we don't want to be like, yes, sir. And
so,
speak
while you
completely
go
wrong.
and decide, I'll read off the players here. We got Thomas Harley, Simon Holstrom, Marco Rossi, Jesper Bratt, Quinn Hughes. Was that top right one?
Sir Jeff.
Sir Jeff.
One the depth goaltenders for
Goaltenders in
Calgary.
Calgary. Connor Brown, Troy Terry, Connor McMichael, Christian Dvorak, Nick Schmaltz, Eric Carlson, Josh Morrissey, Darren Radish, Travis Konechny, Vasily Podkolzin, Drake Batherson, is that Sean Martin out of the Rangers, or Spencer Martin, I think. Alex Lafreniere out of the Kings, Philip Hronik, Mason Marchment,
The Ferrier.
Ferrier out of the Kings, sorry. Philip Hronik, Mason Marchment, Vlad Gavrikov out of the Rangers, Blake Coleman, and Dougie Hamilton.
You know what? I think I already got mine.
Just watch. It's either Carlson or Darren Radish.
I don't know. We'll find out.
All right,
It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
let Jeffy start with the questions because he knocked these out of the park.
Is my player in the East?
I believe so.
This is why I wasn't going to do this.
This makes it harder for us then. We have to really think about our questions here.
Listen, if he's struggling on East or West, then I don't want to know anything else.
Yes, he's in the East.
Okay.
So get rid of Harley, get rid of... can't keep up.
You're thinking Elmo's World?
We'll see. I might have summed a little bit of that, didn't I?
And I'm like, Elmo's World?
Kings. Alright, so left we have Holmstrom, Bratt, Connor Brown, Connor McMichael, Christian Dvorak, EK, Spencer Martin, Drake Batherson, Travis Konechny, Darren Radish, Mason Marchment, Vlad Gavrikov, and Dougie Hamilton. Does your player play in the Metro?
Yes.
Okay. Didn't really get rid of much there. Damn, really didn't get rid of anything. Got rid of Batherson, Radish. And that was it. Wow. Good job, Kyle. Woo!
Well, that kind of also eliminated what I was going to ask, because I was going to ask, does out of the remaining players, does he have white, either in the shoulder or in the collar? But that, with that awful question, Al. Okay. Does this player play for a team with 3 names in it, like the New York Rangers?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
A good question.
I totally didn't realize about the Blue Jackets. Columbus Blue, because Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
CB, yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Not bad, not bad. All right.
Jeffy.
This will get rid of a couple more. Oh, this could do, like, everybody.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Well, the next question I would say we'd ask is he a forward? Is he a forward? Because it either eliminates 4 or it'll eliminate 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Is your player a forward?
No.
Okay. Right. So it's down to Gavrikov, Spencer Martin, or Dougie Hamilton. So that was our 4th question, right? So we have one more to try to... So we can... Do we just want to shoot to try to get rid of the 2?
Yeah, it's either 1 or 2. Is this player's jersey primarily red?
Yes.
So it's
Doug
So
Hamilton.
your player's Dougie Hamilton. Nice. Good job.
All right.
All right. Let's restart it. Oh, let me do one here.
Okay.
Let me be the one to answer. So Colin, if you want to go ahead and list off while I decide here.
So we got Darren Radish, Jack Quinn, I don't know his first name, but Mikhail out of Chicago. Don't know first name. Paul Kazin from Edmonton. Thank you. Ben out of Dallas, Savoy out of Edmonton, Hild B from Toronto, Sanderson from Ottawa, Bratt, Carolina's Sebastian Aho, Dougie Hamilton, Dylan Larkin, Jordan Stahl, EK, Garbage Bin, Travis Konechny, Keandre Miller, Baby Back Bitch Bennington, Rupe Hintz, Demko, Brock the Rock Nelson, Peter Mrazek, Ricard, Ricky Ticky, Bobby Wobby Raquel, and Joel Erickson Eck, and Steven, I always break my leg, Stamkos.
Alright, I got my player.
Okay. Does your player play in the East?
He does not.
Okay, so that Detroit.
I got rid of a lot.
Wow.
Okay, about half. Just about half. Little over.
Is your player a center?
He is not.
He's not, so that only eliminates 5.
Eliminated a good amount. Already down to 6 in the last. Still got 3 more questions. But how do you eliminate these ones?
Okay, is your player a goaltender?
He has a goaltender.
That's actually,
Nice.
that's actually going to be my. I think I'm. Potentially.
I have 2 if you don't mind.
Okay.
Does your player play on a team that is based in the States? Like,
In the U.S., yes.
Yeah.
He does. Yes.
all right. Last question: Did your player's team make the postseason in 2026?
They did not.
So it's going to be Jordan Binnington.
It is Jordan Binnington.
I was
I
actually.
had a feeling he was going to do maybe.
Well, I was actually because my question was.
I locked eyes with Binnington as soon as he popped up. I'm like, oh, I'm doing Binnington.
Well, I thought you were going to say right after comment
The
70
question I actually before calling, I was going to mention. I was going to say, did he win gold in the Four Nations face-off? And it was good. That was going to be what my question was to get, because I had a feeling it might have been a goaltender and it could have leaned towards Binnington. So it's like,
Right, in honor of, because it is the last episode of season 6, we're all going to do one here now. So Jeffy's going to choose one of these guys between Noah Cates, Joel Eriksson-Ek, Chandler Stevenson, Mason Marchment, back on Jordan Binnington, Kevin Lankinen,
God damn it! Again!
Jeffy's already going Jordan
Charlie
Binnington.
Lindbaum, Willie Nylander, Jack Quinn, Matthew Savoie, Leo Carlson, Gabe Velarde, Jordan Kyrou, Sid, the greatest player to ever do it, Crosby, Jake Sanderson, Cale Makar, Dylan Larkin, Jackson Blake, Alex Ovechkin, I think it's Nick Toopilo out of Vancouver, Akira Schmid, Sean Couturier, Rasmus Dahlin, and Mikael Granlund.
I actually have mine.
Is it Marker?
No.
I was going to say either that or is it Binnington, because Binnington's up 2 in a row.
I know,
I'm going to do this because Jeffy's Googling, so I just don't want to
I just wanted to make sure there's one question, but I do have who I have.
Okay, I just don't want to accidentally peek, so.
You know what? I'm going to do it because there actually is quite a few on here. Is your player a goaltender again?
No.
Dang, okay.
Dang it! I was really looking forward to that.
There's a couple on there, so Schmid, Tiapolo.
Yeah,
He's gonna get rid of 5 of them.
I was just working the way down the list so I don't miss anybody.
Is your player a forward?
Yes.
Oh, didn't get rid of much there.
Oh, I'm
1, 2.
sorry, boys.
Okay, we got some more room to work with here.
Alright, well, it can either eliminate a lot or it won't eliminate a lot. Did your player wear a letter this past season?
No.
No, he did not.
Pass the
Nope.
Okay.
So, Granlund wore an A.
Did he really?
He wore an A part-time, but he wore an A.
Did Kyrou?
So,
I don't know if... Oh, Willie Nylander wore one for a little while.
That's a good question.
Let me look this question up so then I know. They're both parties.
All right, we're back. So Kyrou did not wear a letter on there, so he's technically still in the running for now.
So that was question 3.
correct.
Is your player in the East?
No.
Okay, I think that eliminated a couple more there.
That eliminated 4.
Okay, we're down to 6. That was our 4th question.
Yeah.
We really got to think how we want to.
Well, here's the deal. If we ask about the division, it's going to eliminate 3 regardless.
Yeah.
Even though that'll be question number... this will be question number 5.
I mean, I have one that will either eliminate all or that 5 or 1.
What would be the question?
Is your player a center? You have 5 centers and you have 1 right wing.
That's a risk.
Yeah. high risk but high reward kind of thing. But do we want to go high risk, high reward, or go middle ground? That's the real question. And I have a 33% chance of making it with middle ground, or
20% chance.
I have another question that could be 50-50.
which would be
Has your player's team ever won a Stanley Cup?
Oh.
yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, I mean, alright, has your player's team ever won a cup?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so
So it's either Carlson, Cairo, or Savoie.
you know, I'm going to personally put my vote in for Leo Carlson, but that's just me. So
I was going to do Kyrou.
I was also going to second Bo and do Cairo.
It is Kyrie.
Yeah! Let's go! Hell yeah. So now we'll do one more round where Colin will choose the player. Three of us will guess. Between... Is there a lot of repeats? Let's do refresh one more. There's a lot of repeats on this one again. Let's try to get some new faces on here. Oh yeah, this one looks a lot more out there. Alright, so we got Jack Rosaldis, Ridley Gregg, Darren Radish, Tom Wilson, Jesper Wallstedt, Boone Jenner. Best name to say out there, I think. One of them. Josh Morrissey, Mikael Granlund, Robert Thomas, Elias Lindholm, Tage Thompson, Adrian Kempe, Brock Besser, Mark Scheifele, Sebastian Aho, Carolinas, Nico Hischier, Victor Arvidsson, Vasily Podkolzin, Pink Krebs, Sam Reinhart, Jack Hughes, Vinny Trocheck, Willie Nylander, and Justin Brazeau.
Okay, I got it.
You know,
So
all right.
I have one too.
Well, it's just him.
Okay, yeah. No, sorry, I was thinking to myself. Yeah, I was talking to myself.
Let me try to see if this would be a good one right now. Maybe that might not be a good question this time.
I mean, I have a question that would get us about 50-50.
I have one too. Did your player's team make the playoffs this season?
They did not.
They did not. All right.
So, what?
Nope, Capitals didn't.
Oh, that's right. They were on the outside looking in. Did
Jets did not. Did not.
did not, did.
Nope, Florida didn't make it this year.
Did not. Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm so used to them making it. I'm sorry.
All right. Actually, a little over half again. That was a good one that time. You guys got a good one?
Yeah, actually. Is your player's jersey primarily red?
They did not. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Got rid of quite a few there. Okay, this one can either eliminate 3 or 4. Are they in the East? They are not. Okay. So we're down to Josh Morrissey, Robert Thomas, Brock Besser, or Mark Scheifele.
I had one just for the joke of it. Like, I don't want to waste the turn though.
What is the joke?
Um,
I'm not going to count it towards the question, but
are they the true north, playing the true north?
I mean, that would eliminate 50%. I'd say go for it. Do they play for the True North? They do. Yeah.
I was really hoping you would go for it. Dang it!
So it's down to Josh Morrissey or Mark Scheifele. We still have a question and a final guess. Oh darn! What should we use for our question? Huh. Is your player a team captain?
I don't even know who wears the letters up there, to be honest with you.
I know who is. Oh no! Fuck! No, he's not. Shit. I just remembered who is the captain up there. So I just wasted the question.
Either way, I mean, if you talk about the C, you don't eliminate anybody. If you're talking
I
about
said captain, so we gotta play it fairly.
well, either way you word it, neither of them would be eliminated. Not both of them were A's. Both of them are alternates. So no matter.
Well,
again,
I said captain because I thought Shifley was the captain, but the second I said it, I was like,
Adam
that's
Lowry.
Adam Lowry, yeah.
Adam Lowry.
Well,
Well,
now we're down to 50-50.
you got cocky, didn't you, boy?
I did.
You got so cocky.
How many questions do we eat?
That was 5.
Okay.
So we don't have any left. So we just gotta throw it down the middle.
I mean, I was gonna.
So
go
who you lean towards?
Shifley.
I was leaning toward Morrissey.
I think Holm would lean away from the more obvious one, but again, he would want us to think that, so maybe he did choose Shifley.
Did I
I'm
know
gonna go with Jeffy and say Josh Morrissey.
the person people said answer correctly?
I'll
I
We'll
picked
got it again.
Mark Shifley.
I'll take it.
Dude, Bobo, dude. You know me so fucking well, man. You know me so fucking well.
Bobo nails these ones, man.
Dude, I don't know what it is with the connection between the both of us, but there's a connection between the both of us. And it's something. It's the big guy energy, it's the dumbass energy.
If we really want to have fun, if we want to keep doing this for shits and giggles, we can do teams.
Nah.
Okay. Maybe even next season.
That's something we can introduce. We can do some, get some brainstorm ideas. We can maybe eventually figure something out to do a whole different video idea of this. So.
I have an idea, but you can wait for off the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, as we're still rolling, we got to address the elephant in the room today. What big moves just happened today?
Don't talk to Bobo about that.
Oh,
Bobo, you're not an elephant.
not yet.
You're a rhino.
Because he could use his
But
rage.
let's talk about that trade that just went down today.
That was insane.
I didn't even realize that until I got out of work.
If you somehow have not heard this yet, this will be out Monday. So by the time you hear this news will be pushing 24 hours old. If you have not heard this yet, Brady Tkachuk is now going to be playing with his brother down in Florida with the Florida Panthers.
That's insane.
The devil didn't go down to Georgia. The devil went down to Fort Lauderdale to play with Matthew. All right.
Unbelievable. Brady Tkachuk gets traded to the Florida Panthers in exchange for 3 first-round picks, 2 of them coming in the draft in 5 days. So it's the 6th overall pick and the 27th or the 9th overall pick and the 25th overall pick, a first-round pick in 2029, and a second-round pick in 2030.
No. It was second rounder in 27. Conditional first rounder in 29 could be pushed back to 2030, depending on how Florida does in that season. But yeah, picks number 9 and 25 this upcoming draft.
So for 3 first-round picks and then a second. That is unbelievable. I think we can officially, I really, really hope we can officially say Florida is out of the running for Dylan Larkin. I really fucking hope so, because if they bring in him as well,
Oh boy.
good luck to the Eastern Conference, man. But
I don't know,
what
now-
a trade. I mean,
Now,
I know.
there's no captain now. Like
Yeah.
now
I know we had
Brady's-
mentioned this last episode. You know, where we did last episode, we did one player most likely get traded. I don't think any of us officially did put him, because I know it's been rumored that he has been kind of wanting out of there, that he asked to be traded, but it wasn't, an official announcement release like Dylan Larkin's was. But we know that he wasn't happy up there. We know he wants to come play stateside, come play in his home country, and also obviously represent his home country. And he's gonna be doing that now, play for the Florida Panthers with his brother Matthew.
I was reading an article before you guys got here earlier, and apparently Bill Zito, who's the GM down in Florida, and he was the assistant GM for Team USA Hockey this past Olympics, and he was also the same GM who brought in Matthew Tkachuk back in 2022, the offseason of 2022. So obviously he saw the chemistry firsthand between the Tkachuk brothers, how close they were. Obviously we've all seen how close they were with the podcast they started. What's the name of their podcast?
Oh, I have no idea.
I forget. I've seen only a handful of their episodes, but I actually wanted to bring something up about that here in a second. But continue.
But yeah, just he saw firsthand how close they are and how much. I don't know how much they can change in a game, how much dynamic they can bring.
Wingmen.
What?
Wingmen. The wingmen.
Oh, the wingmen. So therefore, he thought it was going to be a perfect team for his Florida Panthers, and hell, we're going to have an interesting, season to watch with all 11 of their fans. So.
And kind of like mentioned about Brady, and obviously Colin had briefly mentioned in their podcast, like just from them talking about like their time in the Four Nations face-off and then playing in the Olympics together, Brady kind of hinted he kind of wanted to maybe at some point play with Matthew at some point in the like whether it was with Florida
or elsewhere
and that so I knew it was kind of. They kind of hinted at like he wanted to at some point play with Matthews so they could both go win a cup together.
It's incredible, man. Like, I hate it. I hate that Florida's getting that much better. I love the move for Brady Tkachuk. Getting it because I know Ottawa's gonna have a very difficult and very kind of a very strange, difficult scenario going into this next season. I know they have a couple of contracts they need to sign, a couple of people that they need to get signed, and they don't have a lot of money. I could be completely wrong on that, but I know Ottawa's going to have a difficult time this offseason, so this takes a little bit of weight off their shoulders. They can, stack up some draft picks with, obviously the ones they brought in with this trade.
Hold on. I want you guys to just close your eyes and imagine this for a hot second.
I will actually do that. I will play along.
So, the 2027 Stanley Cup Finals here. Game 1 in Fort Lauderdale. You got the Florida Panthers, and you got, let's say, the Vegas Golden Knights. Remember back for the first matchup in the Four Nations between Canada and Team USA. Now, reimagine this, except for Florida on one side and Vegas on the other. And how raucous this Stanley Cup Finals would be seeing the Tkachuk brothers flying fisticuffs against the evil Emperor Vegas. Imagine this, just 1 second. You can open your eyes.
It would be.
Could you, dude? I think all of Hockey Nation would lose their mind and would be another step up from this past.
On top of my head, I don't. Who's a big gritty fighter guy on Vegas?
Nobody.
Mark Stone.
Nobody.
He's not really afraid to
Not
throw him
really.
down, but he doesn't. But I can see him doing it if he needs to. Also, step as the captain, step up, defend his team. Is he still going to be there this season? We'll find out. But
I doubt that this is going to happen. But Matt Tkachuk and Ryan Revo, Game 1. It's not. I know it's not going to happen.
Reeves goes back to Vegas.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
this whole trade. When it went down, my jaw dropped when it popped up on my phone. I was like, "There's no fucking way."
yeah,
So they literally just made a trade a couple hours prior, trading away Mackie Samskevich to the Seattle Kraken for the 25th overall pick and his second round conditional 27, which they then flopped those two pieces to be a part of this trade to bring in Brady Tkachuk, which is
I got that text.
Bill Zito, man, just bravo, turning Mackie Samskevich into Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, I was turning onto my road coming from dinner when I got that text. I was like, there ain't no fucking way.
Well, I
there?
think I sent it. I think I sent it to the group via ESPN because I was just getting off the bar. It was 6:05. I got a notification. I'm like, that's kind of bananas.
Bobo, spelled way.
No.
When I got in my car before coming here, that was one of the I was just trying to catch up on the group chats, just kind of see what was happening. When I saw it, holy crap!
Just absolutely BANANAS in the words of Gwen Stefani.
Thank you, Gwen.
Unbelievable, man. I hate it that Florida's gotten even better, but again, I like the move for Brady Tkachuk. going to go play for what I really do think is going to be a true contender next year if they can stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, they're a contender. You can't argue that.
This year was just kind of a...
They just had some injuries. Brady. Matthew was out for the first, pretty much up until the Olympics, basically. Barkov was out pretty much all season. I think Bennett went down for a handful of games.
Marshy was out post-Olympics. Mm-hmm. And Bob wasn't his true form. Came back from his Olympic break. Yeah. Because, his name we'll be talking about here in a couple minutes.
But, that's just unbelievable. And that's still not the only big move trades that happened. This one was, a sign-and-trade in between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
It's so freaking hot here, guys. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I had to open up the gosh darn door.
Darren Radish of the Tampa Bay Lightning is now going to represent another team in blue in a different country up north. Going to be representing the Toronto Maple Leafs in a sign-and-trade worth, 8 years, $8.25 million a year. Great on the money. Really happy for Darren Radish, but holy shit, is that contract going to age like milk? Yeah. That makes sense that they got the milk sponsor on their jersey, so it makes a lot of sense. It's going to age just like their sponsor. I can see this contract going to hell in 4-5 years max. I'm really happy for Darren Radish. He really earned this money the way he's been playing the last 2 seasons. This last season especially, 21 goals for 70 points. Yes. Talk about a breakout season from your former Erie Otters legend, Darren Radish.
And especially, he kind of stepped up in a big way. Kind of took over a lot of those minutes when, Victor Hedman went out with, personal reasons.
Took a lot of power play time in there as well.
So, and it shows, and he's proven himself, obviously. So, good for him. But
and I think, and I was watching Steve Dangle talk about, and that was one thing they needed, a right-handed defenseman like the Leafs did, because they had a lot of left. And that kind of works in hand for Darren Radish in it.
Well, I wonder what would happen with Darren Radish now going up to Toronto. What would happen to Morgan Rielly? Because for a couple of years now, Morgan Rielly has been their number one guy.
He's kind of been on the decline when it comes to point production, and I think I did put him in. I think he's most likely to get traded this offseason. So now that you're bringing in Darren Radish, I think it's even more likely that Morgan Rielly's going to be gone here. Yeah. It might even be by the next time we do an episode. It might be in this offseason. It might be by the draft. It might be within the next 5 days. Who knows? The news might break while we're sitting here for the next 30 minutes recording.
I swear to God, if it breaks now, Kyle, I'm going to punch you in the face.
We'll find
out.
Not
really, but
NHL.com, the post written by Dave McCarthy. He goes on to say, Radish has been on Chayka's radar dating back to the defenseman's time with Erie of the Ontario Hockey League. When Chayka was named general manager of the Arizona Coyotes in 2016, he began closely tracking then Coyotes top prospect Dylan Strome, who, like Radish, played his final season with Erie in 2016-2017. So you gotta love seeing Erie getting some love there when in NHL posts. You gotta love it because you don't see him much as of lately. The only time you were seeing it was talking about Matthew Schaefer last year. Absolutely crazy. Another a big trade that went down. We have a couple small ones. San Jose acquiring unsigned forward Andre Gasso and a 4th-round pick from Boston in exchange for a 4th and a 5th and 26th. Sharks also acquiring defenseman Michael Kesselring and a 1st-round pick in this year's draft, the 27th pick, in exchange for from the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for their 20th pick in this year's draft. I don't remember who it was. I know somebody predicted Ross Colton to be traded out of Colorado. He's going to Nashville, as well as goaltender Isaac Posch in exchange for goaltenders Magnus Chorna, a 3rd-round pick in the 26th draft, and a 3rd-round pick in the 27th draft. But the other big one that I'm talking about that happened, I think this would have been Tuesday. Really, really do not like this trade because it makes the Philadelphia Flyers a hell of a lot better. Philadelphia acquires goaltender Joseph Wall and defenseman Simon Benoit from the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for goaltenders Samuel Ersson, defenseman Emile Andre, and a 3rd-round pick in the 2026
Wait,
NHL draft.
who's the one team?
The one we shall not mention.
Who cares? Who gives a fuck about them?
I
don't
really
like
hate
it.
the steal because I really do think it's going to make them a lot better. I mean, goaltending I think was one of their main problems. I mean, Dan Vladar had a career season for him, so it's probably going to be a Joseph Woll, Dan Vladar 1-2 punch there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Erisson's gone; he's going to be over there in Toronto. So, who's going to be their number one guy? Probably Stolarz. I think they're going to have Stolarz and Erisson as a kind of a 1-2 punch. I really don't like that trade, man. 'Cause as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Fuck."
Again, who the fuck cares about the Flyers?
I mean,
I sure as hell
don't, but I hate the fact that this trade is happening for them. So, but again, it's the Philadelphia Flyers. Just when you expect the most out of them, they shit the bed, and when you expect the least out of them, like this past season, they went on and they ended up winning a round of the playoffs. Well, didn't win a single game after that, but
Oh.
yeah, not a fan of that.
I just pulled up the potential roster for the Panthers. D Cork needs some work. Goaltenders need some work. But
I just thought of who's probably gonna be their first line.
But no, the first line is assuming everybody comes back healthy. First line for Hagee, Barkov, Reinhardt. I'm going to skip to the third line of Marchand, Lundell, Lustarin, or however you say his name. But two fourth line nobodies and Evan Rodriguez. The reason why I skipped the second line.
I thought it was gonna be Marchand, Brady, Matthew.
No.
That's gonna be Brady, Matthew. Who's gonna be that left winger or the right winger?
No. Brady's on the left. Matthew's on the right.
I thought Brady was a center.
He is, but it's easier for centers to transition to wing than wingers
Who
to
else is gonna be that?
Sam Bennett.
Oh no!
No way, dude.
You got four of the biggest pests there in the middle
How's
six.
that gonna play? Didn't Brady Kachuk and Bennett fight in the Four Nations?
Yeah.
How's that gonna play?
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. Oh man. And who did Matthew fought?
Brain Point.
Hagel.
Or Hagel. No, because Brain Point was a different one. Brain Point didn't fight.
Point didn't fight. It was Brady versus Bennett.
And then
Matthew versus what did we just say? Hagel. And then it was JT Miller versus Colton Parayko, I believe it was, in those three fights.
I don't know. Both Point and Hagel were pests, so I don't care about them. And then
cool.
you got Forsting Jones, Mikola, Ekblad, and then Kulikov and Belinsky is listed as a seventh defenseman, but they don't have a third right defenseman. But the only problem is both Bob and Tarasov are UFAs this year.
Yes, and we will jump into that here in just a minute. As we just finished talking about this trade, man, just unbelievable. I made a short about it. If you haven't seen that, just go. I mean, this is my full thoughts and opinions on it. I gave a really brief one in that short, but unbelievable, man. That was more of my raw reaction. This is more of my detailed. I had time to sit on it, and I still don't know what to think of it, man. Like oh man, I'm speechless. Like I genuinely don't know how to feel about it. It's insane. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add other than that, but
No.
It's gonna be a fun season to look forward to next year. Who will show? I mean, we'll see.
Let's move on to the big topic, the main topic, the free agents of the year, of this off season. So I'm going off of the dailyfaceoff.com. It has listed the top 50 free agents, well, people expected the free agency and who they're currently on, with age and their cap hit from last season. So starting off the list is Alex Tuck, winger out of the Buffalo Sabres. He just turned 30, and his cap hit for last season was $4.75 million.
so I've seen rumors. I don't know if it's been fully confirmed by anything that he's asking for north of 10. I think to give that to a 30-year-old forward is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's going to be 31 when December rolls around.
Yeah, which I think is kind of crazy that if you were to give him that. I've seen people saying that it's a possibility that he would be willing to go reunite with Vegas for a lot cheaper, go play with them for around $7 to $8 million, which I I could see Vegas pulling off and convincing him to come over. I mean, some other team. I've been trying to think about like where I could see him playing, and like, I think Seattle is probably a team that could probably afford him. But would he want to go play there? That's another.
You know
story.
where I can see him play? Black and gold.
I'd like it, man. I'd love to.
Yeah.
But will it? Like, again,
It's just.
I know I've been saying again. Say for every single. I could say for every single player here, right? One of them's about to happen. But again, Hart obviously come to the black and gold, Alex. Man, we'd love to have Alex Tuck. You know, kind of if Brian Rust and or Rick Key end up getting moved, that's a solid, very solid replacement there, right next to Sid. I would not even be mad at that point. But if we're being honest, again, Seattle is a team. I've seen Anaheim rumored. I think Anaheim would be a really good fit for him. I know I've even seen some people saying somebody like Columbus, but you know. Because, I mean, I know there's rumors that they might be moving on from Boone Jenner. So, I mean, Alex Tuck would be a good replacement for Boone Jenner.
Yeah.
But, man, I really don't know for this one. Yeah,
I think his issue is just, like, who's willing to pay him, and that's the...
Yeah, I know there's a lot of teams that have...
Because I know Buffalo would like to re-sign him, but it's just, are they willing to...
There's going to be a couple guys here that they're going to have to pay, a couple guys that have earned extensions and upgrade, you know, a pay upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, they also have RFAs like Zach Benson and Peyton Krebs that they got to keep on the payroll. Mm-hmm. Who knows? So
yeah, so one's a couple different ones. Boston even I think could be another one I could see him going to. Yeah. Other than that, like there's really, I don't see a big true contender going after him. Like I don't see somebody like Florida going after him. Obviously, I don't see somebody like Tampa going after him. I don't think so. I wouldn't see the reigning champs Carolina going after him, or even like Montreal. I don't think I could see him going there.
Even with Carolina, I think they, most of them are, mid cap friendly contracts. They still have quite a bit, draft picks. They have a good draft pool. So I think Carolina is one of those teams that won't really be shopping this offseason.
Yeah, I don't see them doing much this offseason.
Moving on is Rasmus Anderson, a 29-year-old defenseman for Vegas. His cap hit was $4.55 million, which he signed in Calgary before being traded to Vegas in late January.
Yeah, man, this is another one.
I don't see Vegas resigning him just because, unfortunately, since coming over to Vegas, he didn't really perform up to standard like he did in Calgary. Now, I know with Calgary that's a low bar, but he still was kind of like that standout defenseman. They're true number one up there. So, and with Vegas, I mean, at least they have good, competent defensemen, good, competent skaters over there, clearly, with them being the runners-up this year, but I don't think Vegas is going to re-sign him. Where he would go and what he would sign for, I know he's probably going to be asking for something, but he's going to be willing to pay.
I could honestly see him going somewhere like San Jose.
So the one I thought of was Washington, and
Washington could be good. Washington could be really good.
Would be
because I know Mario Ferraro is going to be a UFA for San Jose this offseason, so if they don't end up re-signing Ferraro, I could see them going after Anderson as kind of a replacement.
Well, I don't know about the Capitals, but I will expand more on that in the next one. Yeah. So,
I honestly, another one I could see, the Islanders, throw him next to Schaefer, get him some help on the back end over there. I think that could be really, really good.
Again, there's another one that I want to comment with that, but it's going to wait. So.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't have a lot of guesses for him. The free agent class this year is not the most exciting. No. You'll see that when we get towards like the 2025 mark. You'll see that.
I don't think we're going to go to the full 20, even past 20.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to do the full 50. We might even stop at like 20. So.
The number 3, Anaheim's defenseman John Carlson, 36 years old, $8 million cap hit. Now, I know Carlson wants to play in the East again. He had made it clear to his agent, I want to be on the East Coast again. Whether that means a reunion, yeah. I don't know why I was struggling to get that out. A reunion with Alex Ovechkin, or going to the Islanders to be kind of like an old cheap mentor for Matthew Schaefer,
or elsewhere, but realistically, Carlson's going to be playing East Coast again. So it's just a matter of who's going to pony up.
I don't want to jump too far, but I know Anaheim has 2 defensemen that are UFAs, him and Jacob Trouba. They're not going to keep both of them. No. They're going to keep. I can see them keeping one of them. I don't see them keeping both.
And Rako Gudas is also not re-signing with the Ducks.
Did he say that? Oh,
he said, okay. I think both parties mutually agree that he's not going to play.
So that's 3 defensemen that they're losing. Okay, so yeah, they almost. I think they'd probably go with keeping Trouba. I think he's the youngest out of those 3. I think Trouba's only 31, 32. John Carlson, we just said he's 36. But I can agree. I can very much see him going back to the Capitals for a reunion for a much cheaper deal. I can very easily see him taking a lot less money to go, reunite with his team there. Probably making $4 million, $5 million probably. I don't see him getting any more than, even at his age, going anywhere. I don't see him getting more than that, really. So he might even take as low as 3 to 4 to go play in Washington. I really can't think of many other teams that could use him or that would want to bring in a 36-year-old defenseman. So I honestly can agree with that. I could see Washington being the best,
doing a reunion,
the best chance there.
I'm saying this, they don't do this, not as seriously as the Darnell Nurse situation, but I'm still as serious, hey, let's not do this, because we already have, a couple older defensemen.
If we brought him in for a 1 year, $3 million, I wouldn't be mad.
But again, that just adds to the aging defense core. Again, EK's 35, 36, Tang's 37, 38.
I think Tang's gonna be 30, 38, 39. Yeah.
So we're not gonna get any younger, and that just adds to the fuel of Pittsburgh's just a place for these old defensemen to go to die and retire, and it's we're just adding to the fact there. So.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to go after any of the defensemen that are UFAs, I'd say Rasmus Anderson. I wouldn't mind a Mario Ferraro, Matthew Schaefer, but no, that's for
no. Matthew Schaefer needs to go to Erie. He doesn't deserve to be in the NHL.
He's not good enough for the NHL.
That hurts.
He's not good enough for the NHL yet. Send him back to Erie for a year. A little bit more experience.
Yeah, I know. He just won the Calder Trophy. Big whoop. Send him back to Erie.
I could do that. It's easy. But number 4, got our first goaltender of the list, Mr. Sergei Bobrovsky. 37 years old, made $10 million last year.
You know who could pay to afford that? Edmonton.
Pittsburgh could afford it. Do I want us to do it? No. I don't want. I've been saying for a while. I would really like a Shilov's Mirashov 1-2 punch next year. Save money to bring in a couple forwards, bring in some defensemen. Don't waste our money on a big name goaltender here. But yeah, no. I think Edmonton makes the most sense here.
Yeah.
I really can't think of much of anywhere else. I think it'd be hilarious if he went to Toronto. I don't see it happening, but I think it'd be hilarious.
Especially with...
I see a lot of people making jokes it would make the most amount of sense for him to go to Edmonton, so he's probably not going to go to Edmonton because they don't make those obvious smart choices.
Especially in the goaltending category.
When Connor McDavid takes less money, then they sign Jake fucking Wallman. They don't make the best decisions.
Moving on.
I think that was an easy one.
Fellow Russian, greatest goal scorer of all time, 40-year-old winger from the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin.
Pittsburgh. Okay.
Last year earned $9.5 million.
Could you imagine though a first line of Ovechkin, Crosby, and Brian Rust? Ovechkin, Crosby, and Rickard Raquel.
Ovechkin, Crosby,
or throw Malkin onto the wing for his last year. Ovechkin, Crosby, and Malkin. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. He's not leaving Washington. No.
If he does leave Washington, it's for his home club back over in Russia.
Yeah, he did say he's going to come back for one more year. He's not leaving Washington. If he does, that'd be the surprise of the century. He's not leaving Washington.
Washington is Ovi's home in that pretty much.
Next up would be Boone Jenner from the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Sea Gibbers.
The one we kind of just mentioned a little bit ago. This is the one honestly, I don't know where I could see him going. I could see
he's gonna. It's like Ovechkin. He's gonna retire as
CBJ.
If I saw correctly, $3.7 million. I think he is the lowest paid captain in the league. If I saw correctly somewhere.
Wow.
I don't have the stats.
That's not a lot of 3.75 to be the team captain. That's not a lot of money.
No.
A team that I kind of came up with, I was thinking earlier, somebody like Nashville, I think could very well benefit from somebody like Boone Jenner. Because they got, they are old. They got Stamkos, they got March, so they got Brady Shea, they got they brought in all those guys. What was it? Not this past, but 2 off seasons ago.
As well.
Ryan O'Reilly, which I think he might be on this list. I'm not sure, but I think if not, he can. We'll talk about him another time. I think Nashville could be a good fit for him. Off the top of my head, I really can't really think of anybody else. Much as I hate it, somebody like Philly could probably use it. They could use another center. They could have some center depth. Stay in that rival, stay in that conference or that division. But I do think Nashville could be maybe even one of the younger teams, like maybe even like San Jose, kind of give him kind of like an older guy that has some captain experience for all those younger guys. I mean, that team they're young enough as it is, so they can afford to bring in one of these veteran guys to kind of lead the way a little bit.
This is the way, kind of thing.
Like, Will Smith, Macklin Celebrini, William Eklund. I know I'm missing one. Michael Misa. They're about to bring in another one here with the 2nd overall pick. Like, absolutely insanely young team here. I think they could use an older role model, somebody like a Boone Jenner.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good move for them. And yeah, one we just mentioned a little bit ago. I hit his age right on the dot. Jacob Trouba, 32 years old, defenseman out of Anaheim, made $8 million this season. Is he going to continue making that? Probably not. Where could we see him going, though? I don't even know, man. Ooh, excuse me. Where could we see Jacob Trouba going?
Maybe a young team. Kind
of similar to like a Boone Jenner. Yeah, bring him to like a young somebody like Washington. Again, I know we just hit him for John Carlson reunion, but bringing in Jacob Trouba to somebody like Washington, who also has a lot of young guys there, especially on the forward core.
Another one, I said the Islanders, would that be a good,
the Islanders,
Islanders, the
get
Canadians,
the Canadians wouldn't be bad either. I think he's American, so I don't know how he, a lot of those guys don't know how he'd feel about playing up north right now. But that one's a tough one. I really don't know. Yeah, I guess Washington, Boston. I think a lot of teams on the East Coast could benefit from him. Even somebody maybe like in New Jersey. Like, I don't know, man. That's one that he could go just about anywhere.
Yeah.
But he'd really have to take a pay cut to go to some of these teams. Yeah. I feel like just because of it's his age that really I feel like will get to people kind of thing.
Yeah, especially defenseman wise, yeah, it's a risk at that point when you're getting to that that 32, 33, 34-year-old age range as a defenseman. Your options are going to be limited, and I feel like that's what we are at here with Jacob Trouba. Now, one that I think could go to literally any single one of the 32 teams, could even just re-sign with his current team. Number 8, Bobby McMahon. He's 30 years old already. I did not think he was that old already.
Is he really that old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made $1.35 million last year after being traded from Toronto back over to Seattle at the deadline. Man, this is one of those. I don't know if he's gonna. I think he's gonna get a little bit of a pay raise. I can see him definitely getting north of $5-6 million. But again, where could he go? I don't know. I could see a place like Utah. I could see a place like...
Sorry, I thought I muted it.
You're good. A place like Utah, I think, would really benefit out of somebody like Bobby McMahon. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I really don't know, man. There's a lot of teams that could use that perfect mid-age range guy. He's got some experience, but again, he's not too experienced to where he needs to worry about being in the leadership type of role. But yeah, I think Utah could be a great fit for Bobby McMahon. Another defenseman coming out of Edmonton, Connor Murphy, who I also did not know was this old, 33 years old, making $4.4 million. I don't see him going anywhere. I could see him re-signing with Edmonton. That's one that I can see them keeping, especially if they're going to be losing Darnell Nurse. I don't think they're going to want to let go of Connor Murphy too. So I really do think he's going to be staying. I don't think there's much else to really argue on that one, unless you guys have a good argument or a good spot for him.
He was one of the few I didn't really know where else he would fit the best.
Now here we go. We talked about him a little bit ago. Number 10, Mario Ferraro out of the San Jose Sharks. This is a name I would really like Pittsburgh to try to go after an attack. He's only 27 years old, only making $3.25 million a year. That age, he's been really good for San Jose over there. So they might even try to keep him, but again, not going to have a lot because they're going to have to pay Celebrini very soon. They're going to have to pay Misa soon. They're going to have to pay William Eklund soon.
Will Smith as well.
Will Smith, a lot of guys that they're going to have to pay. So unfortunately, Mario Ferraro probably is going to be one of the ones that they have to let go. If they do re-sign him, it's probably only going to be for another year or two until they have to pay all the other guys. But Ferraro is one that I would really like Pittsburgh to seriously consider taking or going after. Number 11, also out of the Columbus Blue Jackets, Mason Marchment. 31 years old. His cap hit last season was $4.5 million. This is honestly, back-to-back, another one I wouldn't hate if Pittsburgh tried to go after. I think he'd fill in that third, fourth line very well, replace Anthony Mantha down there. Even if we decide to move on, obviously better be moving on from Kevin Hayes. Obviously, Anthony Mantha announced earlier this week that he's not going to be re-signing with Pittsburgh. He's going to test the open market. Shed a big tear there. So I think he'd be a really solid replacement for any, those two guys for that bottom six. Obviously, I think he could have the potential to fill in for the top six if need be. Other than that, I'm honestly not too sure where else I could see him going. I would really like him to come to Pittsburgh. Other than that, I can't really think of anybody else that would really like to take him on.
It'd be a stretch, but if, or say, Buffalo doesn't decide to resign with Tuck, I'd say Buffalo could be potentially a spot for Marshman, but that's just kind of...
Yeah, but when it comes to point production wise, that's a huge dip. That is a huge dip right there. So it could. You can bump the second line guy up to that first line. Tate Shopsy can probably finally get some first line time there. If Tuck moves on.
Speaking of Anthony Mantha, like Kyle said, he's hitting free agency. I can see him going to a team that could use a middle six forward. He could potentially be getting a little bit more than the $2.5 million that he got last season.
I don't think he's going to get north of $5 million. I can definitely see that.
He's definitely getting a pay bump. How big is the question? It could be up for debate, but
I don't think he's going to get as high as $7 or $8 million as I've seen some people predicting. I could see it's going to be anywhere in the ballpark, but I think between about 5.5 to 6.5. I wouldn't hate a reunion with the Red Wings for him. I think that could be a really good thing for not only him but the Red Wings as well.
And especially losing Mark. I know Mantha's a winger and Mark is a center, but to replace a leader with what could be another leader in that locker room, and Anthony Mantha kind of thing. So it just depends. But I hope he doesn't leave. As a Penguins fan, I hope he doesn't.
Yeah,
I would love for him to come back, and I think we have the highest, the biggest, free spend money going under free agency this year to give him a pay raise that he obviously deserves. Regular season Mantha deserves. Postseason Mantha does not deserve.
Yeah.
But that's
I don't think he had a single point in the postseason.
He had one assist.
Did he have an assist?
One assist. And it was a secondary assist.
I think a reunion with the Red Wings would be really, really, really good for him. But if he does come out to the Penguins, I really don't want to pay him any more than, again, $6.5 million. I think even as high as 7 might be a little too high. But the 5 to 6 million market, and I do think Detroit would be more than happy to pay that to bring him back.
Detroit was an option. I think Nashville would be another potential.
Nashville wouldn't be bad. Nashville would not be bad.
Actually add some youth to that dinosaur
Yeah.
franchise, so it'll be
I
fine.
think could be, again, we just mentioned it, an Alex Tuck replacement over in Buffalo. Again, the point production is not as high, but Tuck didn't have as many points this year as he has had in past. So, point production-wise, they honestly might have been right around the same this season. But, yeah, I mean, if he it's not going to be Pittsburgh, unfortunately. I really hope we can convince him to stay.
Well,
But-
even if he says he's testing free agency, it doesn't always mean he's going to leave. He's just not.
I know
just wants
Malkin,
to see what
Malkin
his
said that
op-
before he signed his most recent contract, so...
So
He
it's
just
not
wants to
always.
see what his options are. And
Yeah. So who knows?
Number 13, the New York Islanders, Anders Lee, 35 years old. He made $7 million last year.
The captain.
The captain. I know there's rumors that he wants out, and I can think it's finally time that they move on from him.
I think he's one of the few that he's going to be.
Yeah, that's one. Where can we see him going, man?
I'm going to say a young team. He can be that. Even if he's not a starter, you can give him that. He can be that major building block of
Seattle.
So yeah,
So-
that's
Seattle.
one that I first
That's
immediately
actually
thought
one
of.
of
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even somebody
Maybe
like
even like
somebody like
St.
Utah.
I was even like
Um,
St. Louis, but they're a little on the older side.
They're mid-age.
They're mid. Yeah, St. Louis. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad spot either. I could see him just calling it. I could see him just retiring.
Even at 35.
I think so. I mean, his production over the last couple of years is really he's not been putting up captain-esque numbers.
Well, even you don't need to, you don't have to do offensive production to be a captain. Look at Jordan Stahl. Look at Sean Couturier in Philadelphia. You don't need to be that offensive guy to be the captain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
where is he going to go? Nobody knows. That's another one that he could go just about anywhere. 14, Patrick Kane. I don't think he's leaving Detroit. I think he's going to resign there.
I would say that, or I can see
Well-
him retiring.
well, if he... Here's the debate that I have. I know Jonathan Toews didn't end up doing it. Obviously, his final year was in Winnipeg. Well, his hometown of Winnipeg. But couldn't there be a chance that he, does his final year right where it started? Right in Chicago.
That's what I was.
It could. Could happen.
I mean, do a minimum year, like a minimum deal kind of thing. Play with Bedard. Give Bedard some sort of experience and motivation to stay in Chicago. I mean, I know, Patrick Kane's 37, will be 38 when the season comes around, but who knows? I mean, Showtime can really be that. Showtime and might be good.
Could he pull a Jonathan Toews and go play a final year for his hometown team? Buffalo.
Depending on what Alex Tuck does.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I would not hate that. And they'd be very solid replacement, I think, for Alex Tuck. Especially on the power play. Throw him out there on the power play. Patrick Kane on the power play is still very elite, very.
And same thing with the shootout as well.
Yeah, the shootout. He's still just as good as he was 15 years ago with the Blackhawks. Yeah, that's a tough one. I really don't see him leaving Detroit though. But
I
I mean,
think if
anything
he were to leave-
stranger things have happened. I mean, we just saw that happened earlier with Brady Tkachuk being traded. So
If he were to leave, my guess would be a reunion with Chicago. But I still think he's going to resign with Detroit.
yeah. Number 15, Jason Dickinson, center out of the Edmonton Oilers, 30 years old. This past season made $4.25 million. This one, I don't really know too much about him or enough about him to
Yeah.
really, think about his play style and where he could fit in. So this one, I'm just going to take the easy way out and just say he's going to re-sign with Edmonton. Maybe like a 1-2 year deal. Just, kind of keep him as that depth, third, fourth line center guy. I don't really know enough about him to really compare him to anywhere else.
Number 16 should just retire. Claude Giroux.
I think it is about time.
Yeah.
If he does come back, he's going to come back again. Maybe a 1 year, a 1x2 or 2x2 year deal. Not going to be much again. He's not going to make more than $2 million really. Could I see him going back to reunion with Philly to end his career? Possibly. But
should just retire.
with as young of a team as Philly is, I don't think they want to go away from that plan that they have right now
Yeah.
for all these young guys. So I think it's re-signed with Ottawa or retire. I don't think he's going anywhere else.
Mm.
Very similar one here. Another 38-year-old winger, Matt Zuccarello out of Minnesota Wild. Again, 38 years old, $4.125 million.
I think he should. I'm being serious now. I think he should actually debate about retiring.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it. I mean,
it's another one very similar to Claude Giroux. I could see this be if he does re-sign. I think it's going to just be with Minnesota. Maybe a 1 year, $2 million deal.
I do think he might have the chance of signing what Florida did, do a 1-day contract with the Rangers, maybe play with them up there. But who knows? I mean, with him, it's who knows. I know he has suffered a couple minor injuries this year. His body's really slowing down on him, even though his hands are still silky smooth. Yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah, and with this age, it's tough. It's kind of like we've seen Corey Perry bounce around. He went Tampa, went to Chicago. He went to Edmonton and went back to Tampa. He's kind of bounced all over the place. When you're that age, you can go just about anywhere.
He really banged it out in Chicago now, didn't he?
Really made his way around, for sure.
Number 18, Patrick Laine. I believe Montreal said they're looking on just letting him go just because of injuries. Played 5 games this season because of the abdominal injury, but I think Montreal might just want to move on and go to greener pastures. Not saying Laine is not a good player. He could be is.
So injury prone. That's his issue.
Yeah, and go number 2 overall in that 16 draft. Like, I'm sorry, Montreal. I think the professional relationship between Montreal management and Patrick Laine should just peacefully separate.
How funny would it be if he went to Toronto after all these years of the argument of Laine's better, Matthews is better, the 1-2 guys? How funny it would be if they now played right next to each other. Could be kind of funny. This is another one that I wouldn't hate if the Penguins tried to go after. I mean, his injuries do scare me. That's like the only thing that's kind of scaring me away.
That's what's
that money is a little high. I don't know if we'd be willing to give him that much money. If we were to bring him in, maybe like a 2-3 year deal, $5-6 million, I'd be okay with it. But I don't, just due to his risk of injury, I think that 8.7 mil is a little too high. If he were to take a little bit less, I'd be more all for it. But this is again one of the smaller options out of the big guys that I'd want us to try to see us pursue, like Jason Robertson, obviously, Dylan Larkin, Robert Thomas. Also, we already tried to get Robert Thomas, and they wanted Ben Kendall, and Dubas told him to kick rocks. And I know it's going to be the same thing with Detroit. I know for a fact Steve Yzerman is going to ask for Dylan Larkin, or going to ask for Ben Kendall.
Hey, you see that curve over there? Yeah, I want you to go over there, bite it for 30 seconds, and tell me if you can feel this.
You're not getting Ben Kendall.
No.
Not even, I think I said last week, even Jason Robertson's the only one I'd be okay with losing Ben Kendall to. I take that back now. I don't want to lose Ben Kendall. No. That's our future. You're not getting Ben Kendall. But Laine, other than, I really don't know on him, and he's another one that I could possibly see a reunion with Winnipeg. I mean, even a team like Chicago, I think, could benefit from bringing in somebody like him, especially if they might end up losing Connor Bedard this year, which I wouldn't doubt. If Bedard wants to leave, I really wouldn't blame the kid. But I do think Chicago could be a good place for him. But other than that, I mean, again, the injuries, it is really tough to tell when you're so injury-prone like that. 19, getting towards the end here, Jaden Schwartz, left winger out of Seattle, 34 years old, made $5.5 million last year. I think he's just going to re-sign there. I think they want to kind of keep that a little bit of veteran presence in the...
He definitely is one of the cornerstones out in Seattle. I mean,
yeah.
I know he's older, but, I mean, you need to keep the cornerstone guys. He's been there for...
I think they took him in the expansion draft.
Yeah, because he won the cup with St. Louis. And then, has been there ever since Seattle.
Yeah, I think they took him in the expansion draft. So
he's one of the cornerstones, one of their versions of the original Misfits.
Yeah, so I can see him re-signing. I don't see him going anywhere.
And then last but not least,
finishing off with the goaltender,
Freddie frickin' Anderson. 36 years old. Cap hit of $2.75 million.
So real quickly before we discuss it further, really got to give props to Mr. Sebastian Aho in that during the Stanley Cup passing. Obviously, Captain Jordan Stahl takes it first, skates around with it. Obviously, he's going to hand it off to Freddie Anderson, which he said he was going to do that when he was, talking to the ringside reporter. I think it was Emily Kaplan.
Yeah.
When he was talking to her, he goes probably going to give it to Andy or give it to Freddie. There, he's been here probably just not in Florida or not in Carolina, but just been in the league a lot longer than most of the guys on that roster. So obviously gives it over to Freddie, skates around. Freddie looks like he goes over and looks like he's talking to Aho, like, "Hey, take it." No, I was like, no.
No, give it to Taylor Hall.
Yeah, he motions like give it to Halsey.
I'll take it after Halsey, sure, but give it to Halsey.
And Hall, who's also right around that same age, 34, 33, 34 now.
He's been a journeyman.
Been all around, ailing injuries the last couple of years, and between his last couple of teams here. Pretty much ever since he left New Jersey, he's kind of been battling injuries.
He is the first overall draft pick made by the Edmonton Oilers to win the Stanley Cup, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
That's crazy. Who would have guessed that it wasn't going to be Connor McDavid?
But anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah,
Freddie Anderson.
Huge props there to Sebastian Aho for not taking it from Freddie Anderson and instead letting Halsey take it. And then he took it from Halsey. I don't remember who he passed it to from there. But anyways, Freddie Anderson, I don't know if they bring him back for 1 or 2 more years. I think they could. I think they could keep him and do like an Anderson Bussy 1-2 punch. I could see them moving on from Kochetkov.
I was saying with Kochetkov being their third string, you can definitely run with Bussy and Kochetkov. Here is the handover order: Stahl, Anderson, Hall, Aho, Slavin, Martinuk, Gots to be here, Carrier, Delorier, Walker, Chatfield, Jankowski, Robinson, Svechnikov, Ehlers, Jarvis, Kokoniemi, Miller, Bussy, Riley, Blake, Stankoven, Nishkinen, and Peter Kochetkov as the last one before going to staff.
Yeah,
that is the official handover.
Yeah, I was kind of watching. I was surprised how long it took them to get it to Svech there. But he's one of the younger guys, so he hasn't. He's been with Carolina since the beginning of his career. I know that. But, not been around as long as some of those other guys. So a lot of those other guys were a lot more deserving to finally be able to do the thing and raise Mr. Lord Stanley. So yeah, I could see Carolina keeping Anderson and going with a Freddie Bussy 1-2 punch and moving on from Kochetkov.
I still love the Rod Brindamore.
I thought he was getting...
I was afraid it was gonna drop it. I was like, no!
I could... What if we saw something crazy and just saw, like, Bob and Anderson swap? So Bob go down to Carolina and Anderson go down to Florida. But I don't know about that, but... I really don't know who else could take him on. I think it'd be hilarious if Edmonton went after him. I mean, age-wise, it'd probably be the smarter decision over Bobrovsky, but...
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, him, I'm not sure. I'm just going to play it safe and say he re-signs for another 1 or 2 years as their one of their guys. So, yeah, that'll do it for that. I think that'll just about wrap up the episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we want to do our drink from the cup like we do every year?
We'll do that off mic, but on camera.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we did that last year. Or we've done that, since I got the cup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that about wraps it up for Season 6, guys. Like we said, no sappy stuff. We're just going to... Round of applause for a really awesome Season 6.
I was just clapping just to clap.
All I was going to say for this one is I know there's been a lot of the past seasons that seemed like it dragged by. This one felt like it flew by.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was yesterday that we were sitting here recording episode 1, and now here we are already, end of Season 6. So
Thank God. Let's take a break. I don't know about you guys, but I need a fucking break from this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want you guys in my fucking house for the next month. I'm sorry, but no, stay away.
You can see who's the best friend in this relationship. Colin loves us so much.
Yep.
Yeah. After me opening up my house, my man cave to the studio, I
Your
love
house,
it.
your man cave, your TV, your laptop.
My everything.
Yeah.
Well, we're using your laptop to record.
Well, yours connects to your TV, but still.
Everything else in this household is mine, goddammit. Alright?
Yeah.
I open up my doors for this studio, for our fans. I say that with all the love, and I know it doesn't sound like it. I'm just pissed, and I just want this offseason to come.
Yeah, I'm ready. Definitely need a break from coming in. It's just how small and how hot the studio can get. Definitely need a break from that.
Yeah.
Really gonna be excited to get out there and get a lot. Like I said, I have a lot planned for content for this off season. Definitely gonna be the most amount of content we push out in an off season. And so we'll be back here some point probably mid July, maybe first week of August for a mid off season, just kind of free agency off season recap.
Where we're at.
Do what we usually do. But other than that,
I know I do plan on renovating this room a little bit and doing some upgrades to it to hopefully improve the airflow so we aren't sweating our balls off, because that is kind of a pain in the butt, especially during this time of year.
Yeah.
And B, to hopefully utilize it better for content. So I'll work on it, I promise, guys. But I don't want us to keep I feel like I'm swimming in my own sweat. And it's
I'm not
disgusting.
too bad today. The weeks past I haven't, but today's not too
Well,
bad.
I think with you being right by the door and Boba and I like being the two biggest guys, two biggest heat producers, being away from it.
Yeah.
So I gotta do something about it. So
So that is officially a wrap on season 6. Appreciate you guys. We will see you guys fresh. I think it's only fair that a certain somebody closes us out.
yeah, the unofficial. Oh no. Do you just want to make him our official
He is
mascot?
the official mascot at this point.
Otis, I'm gonna get you a sweater that says BPS on it. How's that sound? You're not gonna say anything for this.
Do you have anything to say to wrap up season 6, Otis? Nothing. Now you're gonna be quiet.
Oh, okay. Of course.
Meow.
He's like,
That is officially a wrap on season 6, guys. We'll see you in the off season. We'll see you over on YouTube. Go check us out on YouTube. Tons and tons of content coming for that. And with that being said,
Alexa, for the last time, make all the lights white.
Okay.
and there we go. That wraps up season 6, boys. We'll see you probably in September for season 7. Well, we'll see you once in the off season, but we'll see you not for another couple weeks here. Enjoy your summer, boys, because we are going to as well. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
See ya, boys.
Woo!